This you should not try at home. It's not magic. It's just consistent training. You don't want to be at your lowest weight. Mats did over 1,000 hours every year. So hello everybody, I'm Mattias Reck. I'm the head coach in Lidl-Trek. Currently I am coaching 8 riders. I coach Mads Pedersen and a lot of other Danish riders. And then I have Shirin van Androoy and Fleur Moors. Race preparation for Classics. Classics is a really special race, and normally a race on the World Tour is maybe 4 hours, and then you have this specific Classics. They are like 250, 260k, which means it takes at least 6 hours. If I should make it easy, in the winter, then you train short and hard and long and easy. But at some point they should meet, so you want to train long and hard, and this is like a key session to build them together long and hard, because in the end that's what you need. If you only train long and easy, short and hard, then you cannot expect that you can suddenly just ride 6 hours hard. So you try to build them together piece by piece. So the key sessions in the end, I mean, Mads Pedersen has become quite famous because he's training extremely a lot and also hard. When he has his last preparation, usually in Mallorca in the end of February, and then I give him sessions of like 6 hours long, and we're starting with threshold intervals, and then we do harder and harder, and in the end he is doing like 40-20s, 30-30s, 2 minutes all out, 1 minute all out, and after that 1 hour behind the motor. And that's like the last piece of fine-tuning. But this you should not try at home because this is like almost over the top. Mads Pedersen's engine. There are no real, I mean, it's not magic. It's just consistent training year out and year in. These biggest riders that are so good, they have one thing in common. They are consistent and they have patience and they have focused training year out and year in. Mads, in the last 5 years, Mads did over 1,000 hours every year. Of course, you have to be a bit lucky also, that you don't crash too much, that you're not too much sick, but it's also not only luck. If you do everything right and focused, then you can really do this. It's a lot of basic junk miles. It's really like a lot of just easy riding, and then a fine amount of intervals. But it's like it's nothing magic. It's just a combination of easy endurance and intervals, and then slowly combining them. Normally I give him 3-day blocks, like 4, 5, 6, and now in the end even 5, 6, 7 hours, and then again 5, 6, 7. So it turns out to be a week of maybe 35 hours. 90% is just easy endurance, and easy for Mats is still not so easy. When he comes home it's like 35 average and maybe 280, 300 watts average, but still it's quite easy for him. And then it's just trying to make it a little bit more every year. The reason Mats is getting better every year, it's not that I found a specific interval. It's more like total load balance between intensity and volume, and just not overdo it. Some riders just have the ability of recovering faster. Everybody's training a lot, but for some, a one-day races is better, and for some it's a stage race better. But Mats is good in everything, for instance, so he has a really good recovery, and that's why he can train so unbelievable hard and a lot. If you see him in the Tour, he's equally good the first week as in the last week. Sometimes he's even better in the last week. So it's more a bit about mentality, and usually also because the big Classics are in March, April, sometimes you have really shit weather, so you don't want to be at your lowest weight. Don't forget to train with us on Rouvy.